Jeremiah 23 and this is the Hebrews, the black Israelites in the situation over there.
Their statement to the press said, "We call on the United Nations High Commissioner on Refugees to find an urgent solution for the situation and to protect our rights as people who have come to Israel to seek asylum and shelter." On Friday afternoon, nearly 1,000 asylum seekers left Israel's so-called open prison in the Negev desert. Following months, and in some cases years of imprisonment, under Israel's newly amended anti-infiltration law, the refugees decided to protest the prison conditions and the very fact that while seeking asylum, they were imprisoned indefinitely. So on Friday, hundreds simply left the open prison, where according to the new law, they must sign in 3 times a day, and walked to the border with Egypt.
Every time when they were in Holot, in the prison, that they had a very miserable life. They had always shortage of food, shortage of sanitation, shortage of medication, and they are always under strict control, and they won't be free, at least in mind, in the open air. That was their choice. It's better to die than to live in the suffer.
אני מבקש ממדינת ישראל, וכולם שנמצאים בחולות ונמצאים במדבר ונמצאים בסורנים, וגם אנשים שהם עכשיו בגבול, הם מבקשים שישחררו את האנשים שנמצאים בסורנים שתפסו אותם לפני שבוע, לקחו אותם מחולות לסורנים. 2, רוצים את האחריות של הכל שהפליטים בארץ. לא משנה מאיזה מדינה שהוא בא, שהוא פליט, שהוא בא פה למדינת ישראל, שהאחריות של הפליטים שיעבור למשרד האו"ם. 3, מדינת ישראל התנהג אלינו שכמו שאנחנו לא בני אדם.
It looked like what it was in America back in the 20s.
יש לנו הכל, אבל ברחנו בגלל שיש לנו מלחמה במדינה שלנו. באנו בגלל שאתם הייתם במצב לא טוב, אתם עבר עליכם גם את
And in the hoods today.
ואנחנו באנו בשבילכם שאתם חלק מהאחים שלנו. אנחנו מאמינים שיש שלום במדינות שלנו ונחזור בשלום, אבל מבקשים ממדינה שיעביר את האחריות שלנו לאו"ם.
Indefinite imprisonment is only the latest tactic the Israeli government has used against them. All the refugees from African countries except Sudan and Eritrea were deported by 2012. The remaining asylum seekers were forbidden to work, denied health care, saw their businesses confiscated and closed, and were often harassed by the racial profiling Oz police unit, which frequently arbitrarily arrested them. Last December, the government began mass imprisonment campaigns, sending thousands to jail. As the Real News
Leviticus
reported,
told them how to treat their neighbor. It says, for they were strangers.
Uganda, or against international law, back to their home countries. After leaving the jail, the refugees headed to the border with Egypt, which they were violently prevented from reaching by the Israeli army.
So the European Jews, I guess, want them to go, whatever the reasons is.
They then decided to camp out in a nearby grove, urging the UN to intervene and allow them passage out of Israel. But on Sunday night, massive forces of Israeli special police units removed them and transferred them back to jail, where they went on hunger strike.
As though blacks don't belong in the Middle East. It looks like America at one time, and we the boss of Israel. That might be your calling card.
The government has clearly stated its policies aimed at ridding Israel of African refugees. It's baffling why the Israeli army would prevent them from actually leaving of their own accord and return them to jail. A spokeswoman from the Israeli Interior Ministry, whose head, Gideon Saal, has often attacked the refugees in the press, gave the following vague statement to Simone Wilson of the Jewish Journal. "We will use all we can by law, and it means that anyone who broke the law can be sent to Sahalonim jail."
I don't know, maybe, I don't know exactly, but
Just like the
Even
United
the
States,
army or
all the
government
prison
doesn't
stuff
want
we
the
got.
people to be here, and they should open the way and let them go wherever, even to death. Maybe they think that they would be shameful because of the situation, but I cannot analyze or guess something.
For the Real News, I'm Leah Turochansky by Cholot Prison, Negev Desert.
That's it.